See, look at this. You guys didn't tell us. Mountaineer Day at the city building. See? That is messed up. How are you, sir?
Fast and furious?
Fast and furious. She loves the Catholic school. She's never been so comfortable at a school.
Like that structure, maybe.
She does. She's got more friends than she's ever had. Now, she wouldn't want to tell you that she loves school. She'll lie to you.
Oh, yeah.
I know my daughter.
It's not
You know what? I heard it once. I didn't care for school. I had to say school. Every day I was like, I can't wait to start graduating. You know, college really
Gentlemen,
it's the way
it's
school.
6 o'clock. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Connie, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Reynolds?
Present.
Mr. McCready?
Here.
Mr. Moore?
Yeah.
Mr. Huffman?
Here.
Mr. Brown?
Present. Minutes? Approve.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Reynolds? On the minutes?
Yes.
Mr. McCready?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Huffman?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes. New business.
Request for budget revision to revise the fiscal year 26 opioid settlement fund.
Okay. Any questions on this? Or Eric? Okay. Tom?
So a couple things. The first thing is the CIT summit. So there's a gentleman in the by the name of Hollis Lewis, and Hollis is a member of the House of Delegates out of Kanawha County, I think, certainly Charleston area, may not be Kanawha County exactly. But he works for an outfit called First Choice Services. And First Choice does a lot of mental health outreach. They're very similar, I would say, in their mission to kind of what Westbrook does to a certain degree. And they have been, for the last few years, hosting a critical incident team summit or conference for the entire state. I got to know Delegate Lewis, or Hollis, I guess, in this particular instance, just over the last few years going to the legislature. So, and they submitted a formal request to help put the summit on, which is they've already designated it's going to be held here in Parkersburg this summer. They get about 250 to 300 attendees each year, and it's a typical, for those of you who've never gone to kind of training and professional development summits, they bring in speakers from all over the country to talk about this particular topic is West Virginia, or crisis intervention teams. And the reason I forwarded this request to council is a couple of reasons. Number one, probably the most, not that any one of them are more important, but Chief Board and I have been working with Westbrook locally with regards to the critical incident team, and it's a partnership between law enforcement agencies and mental health professionals. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but Westbrook received a pretty substantial grant from the West Virginia First Foundation to operate a critical incident team, set them up and run them here in their service area, which they are, Chief, 6 counties, 5 counties? Wood, Worth, Pleasant, but anyway, so they're our designated behavioral health provider. They are the ones, they get the state and federal money. They got this grant, so I knew, and we won't get into too many details right now, but Chief Board and I have met with them a couple, 3 times. We're working through a memorandum of understanding. So it's something that is going to be launched here relatively soon within our local jurisdiction. And I think, you know, I'm going to belabor the amount of folks in mental health and addiction in our community, but it's kind of a new approach, newish approach to dealing with the crisis. And so you know, that's what this money would be used for. I will tell you, I spoke with and her name escapes me, but there's a lady, an attorney in the AG's office, who Attorney General, McCuskey kind of put, so the way that opioid settlement worked is, you know, cities get their share, counties get their share. Of course, the First Foundation got the lion's share of it, but the oversight really is within the Attorney General's office. And I spoke to her, it's been a few weeks ago, and I can't remember. I know I sent Eric an email and Andrew Rukowski an email after I spoke with her saying, and she was agreeable that this was a proper use for the funds. So that's kind of all I have to say about that.
Will this be done by First Choice Services or what?
They'll run it. So the way it was explained to me, I went and had lunch with Delegate Delegate Lewis, whatever. That's fine. He's a delegate year round, whether he's working his regular job or not. Was they'll bring in some national speakers on and kind of best practices, show off this is what works, this is what doesn't work. But the folks who will be eligible to attend is basically any law enforcement agency in the state. That's my understanding. Even if you don't have one, they want to, you know, get the law enforcement. They want the folks to get exposed to it, and then the providers. And those providers can be social workers, peer support. I don't know. You've heard both. A little bit of everything. So this model is some folks do it differently. I think in Martinsburg, they have those folks embedded as employees, and that may have been something that we would have explored, but quite frankly, Westbrook got this pretty substantial grant. I mean, it's well into the six figures, $300,000 or $400,000 to run a program, and quite frankly, the bulk of their activity is going to be in Wood County, if not the city of Parkersburg. Agreed? 100%. So that's kind of the first choice. You know, I know they spoke to the county commission. I don't know if the county commission has committed any funds, but I had, like I said, that's really about it. So it's a training, professional development, and networking kind of event for. I'm assuming, honestly, I don't know. I know they were meeting with, when I met with, again, Delegate Lewis, he had a later meeting with folks over here at the Bunnerhouse Hotel to try and lock up some rooms and whatnot.
Boys and Girls Club expanded a little project, what do they got?
You wanna talk about that one next? Let me talk about that one.
Boys Club?
Yeah. So, Boys and Girls Club, Darlene, and I know her as Darlene Parsons, but somebody told me she had a different name. Anyway. Murphy. Okay. Darlene Murphy. The city has funded them in the past, both through general fund and, but most recently it's all been opioid, correct? But she shared some pretty interesting data, I thought, and basically they've asked for an increase for this year. So, they currently serve approximately 600 children and teens who live in Parkersburg, providing, we all know this, safe, structured, developmentally appropriate programming during the hours when these are most vulnerable to risky behaviors. Some of their recent outcome data: 73% of their members surveyed plan to attend college. 84% of the kids they serve earn mostly A's and B's. 80% report avoiding risky behaviors such as alcohol use and early sexual activity. 73% feel prepared with skills needed for employment. 89% say club adults encourage them to do their best. 87% believe club staff genuinely care about their well-being, and 84% report feeling safe at the club. She went on to share that from between 2023 and 2025, the Boys and Girls Club of Parkersburg, they've seen rapid growth and increasing impact. Daily attendance from 89 to 227 youth, approximately 40,000 to 60,000 meals, so 20,000 more meals served. School partnerships, they expanded their school partnerships in that same time frame from 14 school satellite programs to 21 schools. They use their programs, and I didn't bring it, but they use these funds primarily for what they call Smart Moves, which is a Boys and Girls Club program, and it's about decision making, and I think it's kind of stepped for basic stuff like, I think it starts off with some, as I recall, some personal hygiene stuff, and then talks about not experimenting with drugs and smoking and vaping and that kind of stuff. So that's smart moves. Triple Play, Power Hour, Passport to Adulthood. They do partner with the Riverhawk Farm, which is out at the college, consumer credit counseling. So it's really a youth prevention use for these funds. And I will say, after I met with Darlene, I reached out to the superintendent of schools, lovely young woman. My name is Christy Willis. She gets that from her mother, I'm sure. But and they're very pleased with the partnership that they have with the Boys and Girls Club. So this is a request for some funds now because they've grown and quite frankly they I think they were pretty candid. I met with them and their board president. Can't remember his name. Big, tall, skinny guy. Everybody knows him. He's lived here forever. He's a club kid. I think he retired from public debt, but I know the guy. Anyway, they need some funding right quick and in a hurry, and then I can't remember what we put in the budget, Eric.
35.
35,000. So, so one is kind of a late stage intervention program or support, and the other is an early prevention. So that's kind of it on both of those.
They're gonna do some work on their pool here for too, up along the way. I thought maybe they might be like this heading into.
No, I mean, that was not communicated to me. I don't know there, but quite frankly, we'll let them raise their own money for capital. We ain't got that kind of scratch.
Yeah, south and west of South Swing team.
Yeah.
Send their heater to the pool west. I guess went down. That's a good one.
So that's about all I have on those two particular items.
Does anybody have any more questions you want to ask?
Make a motion to, request for the budget revision to cancel.
Second.
Vote, please.
Okay, Mr. Reynolds,
Yes.
Mr. McCready?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Huffman?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
And this will be on your agenda tomorrow night.
Yes. Move to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you.
Matt, did you go and look at that place over 17th Avenue today?
I did not work there.